Hello, everybody. This is Tiggy Maximus with Tiggy Maximus Talks, episode 87 on YouTube. So, if you guys made it this far, thank you for listening to all or most of my episodes on this podcast, Tiggy Maximus Talks. Just remember on YouTube to like the episodes and subscribe to my channel, Tiggy Maximus Talks. If you're also on Spotify, please follow and I guess in some sort of way, um, like, give a thumbs up, give a some sort of rating or something, or at least just go through the episode, any episode. I think there's like 85 or 86 episodes on Spotify. Same name, Taking Maximus Talks. So if you do that, it helps me out a lot. And also, if you feel like donating just a little bit of money, that's always appreciated too. So, with that out of the way, I just want to go over a comedy show I went to last night. Um, um, it was at the Acid Vault, the Mad Bomb Acid Vault in downtown San Diego, right by the boxing club off of Island. Um, I I know that this show was by Dubs Comedy. Dubs is, if you follow them on Instagram, it's at DUBZCOMEDY, Dubs Comedy. And you'll find that Instagram account on Instagram, and you get to see all these great comedy shows being produced by the one and only Melissa Wiseman. She produced another great show last night, had a good group of comics. The headliner last night was Gabby Lamb, my first time seeing her. I was supposed to see her at the Madhouse Comedy Club a few weeks ago, but things fell through. And I'm glad I got a chance to see her last night. So let's start with how things went. So if you go to the Acid Vault, it's on Island, and um, it's great. Space, nice decor. It had some neon signs like "Follow your stupid dreams, no matter what." There's also "Let's get weird." So I like this venue. It's a new venue, and I never heard of it before. And they do have a bar on the top floor, and they do have a basement where you can host also a intimate comedy show, and it also has a small bar down there too. So um, there were some of the who's who. Downstairs in the basement, you got Samantha Schwimmer, great comic. You also had Mimi Michelle Mastretta, always good to see her. You also had Michael Red, he was there too. Um, and I actually got to meet, I guess she's a comic as well. Her name is Christy. So that was an interesting meeting at the comedy show. So, um, good collective crowd of comedy show goers. Nice to see some of the who's who. Um, Once you go downstairs and see some of the signs, and there's drinks, they have a big setup for the sound, and they got the stage all set up there, and it's a nice intimate comedy show. I like that. Plus the fact that I've never been here before, So, um, so yeah, great venue, great show, good job, Melissa. Um, so let me talk about some of these comics. Let's start with your host, Melissa Wiseman. It's always fun when I hear the joke about going overseas and meeting the guy, dancing with the guy. Uh, the guy had a boner. She did um, talk about this one time she went to Europe and she had that experience. And this time now, she changed it up and, she talked about being in Canada. So I guess she draws a lot of attention overseas. And then went the whole thing acting out the joke. Um, the guy took her hand and put it on his junk and said the words 20 centimeters, big, big. Um, the fact that she had everybody say big, big is kind of cool. And that's how she learned the metric system. So that always gets me laughing and laughing. Um, and then she had some mixture of new jokes and no jokes. So it was kind of cool. Getting used to some of the stuff like the TJ one. She got a good crowd reaction on the jokes that she had. Um, she even volunteered to be someone's babysitter because there was a pregnant lady right in front of me. So overall, I would say her set that she did 8.5 out of 10. Great job. Next up, we had Connor Costello, one of my, I guess you could say top 10, top 20 comics here in San Diego. But yeah, he talked about paint, how he got sent to Florida for his painting job since he worked in a paint store. And you know what's weird and what I took from this? He had some involuntary crowd work. Apparently, he got into a conversation talking about paint, and that kind of took over the whole set apparently. And at that point, he kind of just lost control, and he just had to go with it. And you know what? That got everybody laughing, actually. So that was kind of the unintended effect. And that actually got Connor an 8.5 out of 10 as well. So the fact that that got the crowd going, and I guess it was unintentional, but hey, it worked. So great job, Connor. Next up, I believe we had Veronica Gordon. I've seen her quite a few times now. Um, she she had some good jokes where she talked about how there's a homeless man that came up to her and kissed her on the lips and said that she still got it. She also talked about another homeless man where he pulled out his junk and just flashed it towards her, but she said that the guy was gonna say that, well, actually, I was doing all this for the girl behind you. And so she said, well, now she feels bad because she cock blocked him. So, yeah, that was so funny. She talked about autism and therapy. Some of it got some laughs, some didn't. Laughs in parts of the room, but not the entire room after that point. So, honestly, I would say her set got like a 7.8 out of 10, actually. Decent, but she did kind of start losing the crowd laughter and claps and stuff. But she did have a little bit of new material, but I remember most of it, which becomes old material, obviously. So so yeah, 7.8 for Veronica. Um, Next up, um, I believe it was Seabass. Um, Sebastian Fowler. So, um, Sebastian Seabass, he was funny. Um, he did do something really funny. He talked like a lot of like funny parts to his joke within the first few minutes, and I guess it was in one breath. So that got the crowd laughing and impressed. But I'm guessing that as the set went on, I think it got not as much laughs as the beginning first couple of minutes. So um, yeah, and I think about it, because with the laughs that started off the set, that would have been almost an easy 8.5 for me, but because it started to kind of die down and it got a little, we got some laughs, but as the set went on, he had less and less laughs, and it was in parts of the room, but not everybody at the same time. So for me, I would say Seabass got an 8.2 out of 10. Next up, we have Bob Hansen, and he always starts off, and he did this a few times during the set, where he said a lot of parts to his. Um, it might be joke after joke, or just one big joke, and it's loud and funny parts to his joke, and he did it in like three long breaths. And the first one, he said like maybe 100 things, 100 words in one breath or something. That was impressive. He did have a pop for Hulu.com and a pop for Cherry Cola, apparently. So um, I find it funny, and um, he did talk about how no one is ever named Bob when they're born. Apparently, you get the name Bob is made as you get older. So um, I'm pretty sure people were called Robert instead of Bob when they were a baby, but when you get older and you live some kind of life, you become Bob. So Bob is not a name born; it's a name that's made in life. So yeah, he even pointed out to the pregnant lady who says, "Was the name Bob even close to what you were going to name the kid?" And I'm like, no, it was so far off, not even close. That's why babies are not named Bob. That was super hilarious. He got a lot of laughs and it kept going. He had a good set. I would say he easily got an 8.7 out of 10. Um, so it was always fun talking to Bob, seeing Bob, and then we got your headliner, Gabby Lamb. So first time seeing her, she talked a lot about sex, oral sex, faces that guys make, um, and just like kind of women stuff and guy stuff, and like guys should not make sex so long, like an hour. Women only need 5 minutes or something. So that was hilarious, and she was super funny. I liked her set, and she even acted out a lot of the stuff too in her jokes. That was pretty awesome. Guys, I talked to her for a little bit after the show. She's pretty cool, and hopefully I get to see her again. Overall, I think her set was an 8.8 out of 10. So yeah, um, so that's that. I'm going to another comedy show for Melissa. It's at the San Pasquale Winery tonight at 7:30. So I'm gonna go down there in a couple hours. Gonna get ready now, and you know, um, put an outfit together and we'll have some more. And apparently, there's a glass of wine that comes with your admission. So that should be fun, sipping on some wine and stuff. I'll talk about that on my next few episodes. Can't believe this episode 87. Also tonight is also Padres and Dodgers are starting a three-game set. This time going to be up in LA. So the Dodgers took the first two out of three in San Diego, and now they're shifting to LA. So hopefully the Padres can win all three games or win two out of three, pay them back their favor. And it's going to be a very contentious series, so go Padres. Also tonight is Game 6 between the Los Angeles Lakers, your number 7 seed in the Western Conference, and the number 6 seed, your defending NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green versus Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and D'Angelo Russell, Dennis Schroeder, Hachimura, Vanderbilt, um, Mo Bamba, um, Austin Reeves, Malik Beasley, Lonnie Lonnie Walker, Trey Brown. Um, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna miss some names here, but hey, good team. They got the Lakers to lead 3-1 in the series. Unfortunately, the Lakers lost 121-106 in Game 5 in Golden State. So Golden State Warriors survived and they forced a Game 6. So hopefully the Lakers will close out the series in Game 6. The series in LA at Crypto.com Arena. And apparently the number one seeded of the Western Conference, Denver Nuggets, they are waiting for the winner of this series. It's going to be the Lakers, hopefully. And Lakers versus Nuggets, that should be an interesting Western Conference final. Um, so, lots to look forward to. The Nuggets blew out the Phoenix Suns in Phoenix to close out the series, 4 games to 2. And the Denver Nuggets do have a 1 day advantage on rest than the winner, the Lakers. But if it's Game 7 for the Warriors and Lakers, then you get to add on an extra 2 days, so a 3 day advantage. Anywho, hopefully the Lakers will close it out tonight. Cross my fingers. LeBron James, Anthony Davis should be able to close it out. Do pretty well at home. And, you know, honestly, Lakers have a lot of things going for them. They're hitting all their cylinders. They're healthy. They're playing at the right time together. And hopefully they close out the Warriors. And hopefully the Lakers can keep going. Cross my fingers. All right, guys. I need to get ready. Have fun this weekend. Talk to you guys soon about comedy shows, food, and sports. Booyaka!